Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a guest video from Spidey Wing, which he entitled Pale Rider Cavalry Takes Me Higher. And I'm sure that is a Kamen Rider reference, or if not, it's another reference that I don't recognize, but colors remind me of nothing so much as Alpha Trion, but I'm pretty sure that's not it. Anyway, Pale Rider Cavalry is still, it's still good, still very solid. I'm not sure if they ever adjusted it, but maybe they did, I can't remember, but just, yeah, it's still good enough at everything that you don't really need to worry about it. It has the beam gun, it has the rockets, it has the machine gun, and it has a beam javelin, on top of all of which it does have Hades, so, yes, not the country of Haiti, it does not have that, it has Hades. Man, brain is gone, but I decided to wait to record until almost 3 in the morning tonight, and I couldn't even tell you why. Let's see, Goof Customs side swing caught Spidey a little bit, but didn't do a lot. Probably built for defense here, I'm thinking. But then the Goof Customs just walking across the Medea as though it's nothing. Just sometimes things like that just look funny. Let's see, and caught it in a, okay, good swing there. Caught it with the downswing. Spacing on that is really difficult with the beam javelin. To be honest, the fact that it was uphill was probably a help, because it can be hard to do. Good shot there, good kill. If I was going to add anything to the Pale Rider Cavalry, and I honestly don't think it needs it, I would go with the skill that the Dual 2 has that makes it switch from one weapon on the Shekinah to another faster. Or the D2, excuse me, not the Dual itself. But yeah, I think, that could be useful, but again, it doesn't really need it. Cooldowns are all acceptable in my opinion, and it's just fine. But yeah, I actually had a lot of trouble with this kind of approach tonight myself, which is that the team tried to set up camp at the enemy base, which means that their reinforcements, the enemy reinforcements, can just spawn in, and your reinforcements have to walk. So it can get a little dicey, and it's a war of attrition that's easy to lose. That said, there's not a big difference between the scores. Number 2 said bunch up. I think it's good advice. And everybody's jumping back in as soon as they can, so they'll be grouped at that point. There's somebody who's nearly dead, and there's a couple of people who's nearly dead, so good shot. Nice. And let's see. Yep. Sometimes you just have to spread out to make sure you're not going to stun anybody else, or waste all your bullets on somebody's back rather than actually get the kill like that. Because yeah, I wish I had known like years ago that build stun does not affect allies, but man, that now that I do, it does make a difference. But yeah, now there's no choice but Hades once your legs are broken, because you kind of need those. So, let's see, missiles out, and actually the beam, okay, not sure what he hit there, but sometimes you just snap fire and it doesn't work as well as you think it's going to. And if, of course I have the whole, genetic shaky hands thing, and so it took a long time for me to not just, twitch myself out of alignment. Which is, why I often gave the advice, try to aim, using the movement of your mobile suit as much as you can, because, yeah, until you're really, really comfortable with with your right analog and how and exactly how much range you're going to get out of any given movement, it is really easy to oversteer. Again, I feel like, I don't know if GBO2 has gotten better at this, or if, oh, I have done that in the gacha. I have tried to downswing somebody and fired over their head. Okay, well, this is going to be a problem, because well, it's not going to be a problem because Spidey got killed. He had just run out of Hades and was about to drop to his knee there for a second, which means he was dead either way. So, not a big deal. But yeah, just... I swear the analogs on the PS4 and 5 are better than the ones on the PS3, because I just find it easier to steer. I find it easier to aim on PS4 and 5 than I ever did on the PS3 on GBO1. It could just be that GBO2 is simply programmed, better. Or it could just be that I have finally built up some, finer muscle control after, I came to 3D games late. I did not start playing, like, 3D platformers. I've never played them much, and I didn't really start with them until I was probably in my 20s, so... Because, yeah, I didn't get a lot of 3D games for the PS1, so the PS2 was about where I came in with those, and that's, compared to people who were, better at Mario 64 than I was. Of course, we didn't own a copy of Mario 64. That just really vexed my friend Chris XV when I told him that originally, that we owned a Nintendo 64, but we never owned Mario 64. He wound up sending me a copy, which I have greatly enjoyed since. But yeah, it's we had I was the weirdo who was playing the 2D stuff on the N64, like Ogre Battle 64 and Mischief Makers. I did have her very much enjoy Goemon. That just kind of clicked for me in a way that Mario didn't. And I'm sure that Mario was the more polished game, but it just, Mystical Ninja starring Goemon, I enjoyed it. It was fun. But, let's see. They managed to take the lead. They had to destroy the enemy base to do it, but with a minute left, they've got a 1,900-point lead, so as long as they can keep the enemy from setting a bomb in the next 5 seconds, they probably got a pretty solid chance at this. Okay, it's down to a 1,300 point lead now, but that's still a lead, and yep, now just have to go and keep it. At this point, it would be worth launching Hades, just because in that last minute there's no real reason not to. I mean, there's the defense. I guess there is the defense decrease, which when you're playing defensively at the end of a round, maybe actually better maybe better to not Hades. I tend to do that just because from the exam experience, but with exam it is an unconditional good to run exam when the round is not going to last past the expiration date. But in the case of Hades, it's a little more complicated. And my blathering aside, Spidey is doing just fine, mowing down some extra enemies here at the end and expanding that lead in the last couple of seconds. So, he'd probably pulled up one more if his beam gun had been ready. But yeah, that was a good round, and I'm sure Spidey will be in the comments to let us know what that paint job is based on. He got top score at 2820, very nice. The let's see, Night Seeker. At this level, it's probably a Night Seeker 2. It got top damage, 6 kills, 2 deaths, very nice. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! Hopefully my audio sounds a little bit better this time. I finally discovered, looking at my settings in Audacity, which I didn't think I'd changed, that some application or other on my computer decided that the microphone needed to be up to 100%. So, yeah, that wasn't necessary, and it's back where I usually keep it, so hopefully this is better.